Hi, I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants. Welcome to another edition of Friday with Sandy Kreisberg, HBS Guru. We're going to talk about the forthcoming April 24th 2+2 deadline for Harvard Business School. Sandy, you ready?
Yes, I am, John. Thank you.
So so before people hit the submit button on their application, what should they be thinking about?
They should be thinking about let me just give you some stats, okay?
Some general stats.
The difference between 2+2 admission and regular admission. I did a little homework on this. 2+2, this is the important one. 57% of 2+2 admits come from a STEM background. 57% versus, what do you think that number is in the regular pool, John?
I bet you it's in the 30s.
Very good, 38. And then the other difference is the GPA. The 2+2 GPA is 3.79. That's the average GPA versus 3.7 in the regular admit. And the GMAT score, the mean GMAT score is 730 for both groups. So the moral of the story is that for 2+2, GPA is weighted more than regular admissions, and STEM is way weighted more. They are really looking for STEM kids, 57% versus 38.
And that GPA is even more astounding when you consider that there are so many STEM graduates in that number, right? Because after all, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, right, all those things, they're not easy courses.
Right. So that's what, and your GPA and GMAT count a lot in STEM, particularly your GPA. The question, I'm sorry, in 2+2. There's a lot of other data on the HBS website that you can noodle out if you go there with your accountant and your lawyer. They don't make these.
Now, I'm imagining that one of the reasons why GMAT, GPA, and maybe your undergraduate major and where you went to school are more important for 2+2 people, in part because there's no work experience, at least no full-time work experience.
Yeah, that's true. It's an interesting question of like what the percent of the 2+2 cohort would be Ivy or near Ivy versus the regular group. You're probably right. My guess is the 2+2 cohort would be more Ivy, near Ivy.
Yeah.
The question of what you should, now you want to talk about that book, John? Your favorite book there?
We have coming out The Harvest, which is the MBA student newspaper at Harvard Business School, has published a new guide, a collection of 22 essays. Two of them.
Don't you have it?
No, I don't have it right in front of me, but
did you wave it?
There are actually 2 essays out of the 22 that are written by successful 2+2 candidates.
Yes, there are, and those are essays 4 and 13. One is, and those essays prove that if you've got the facts, we don't care about, you can just put it down in the essay. The essay is not being graded on its polish as an essay. You can just, if you can just gush out the facts, they'll credit it. It's not a writing contest. One of those essays was written by they're disguised a little bit, but one of them was based on overcoming. A good thing to remember for a 2+2 essay is Harvard loves overcoming adversity stories. So if you have a personal adversity story based on your, political, gender, identity, socioeconomic background, that's a very good thing to focus the essay on. One essay writer in the book who got into 2+2 kind of ran her essay around the fact that her mother, they worked in a family restaurant, her mother got injured and they didn't have health insurance. That worked.
That was a pretty good essay, actually.
No health insurance. Yeah, that was a powerful essay. It got the job done, and the writer really was into the Harvard touch points.
And Sandy, if you had to even estimate, and I know this is almost impossible, so I'm asking you to do the impossible, how much weight an essay in a 2+2 application would be provided? I mean,
As I've said many times, the essay can hurt you more than it can help you. So the first rule for essays is do no harm. Don't be cute. Don't adopt a weird voice. Don't try and be funny. It's just not worth the risk. The MBA moms who read this stuff are not known for their rib rollicking humor, and neither is Mr. Losey, if that's the way he pronounces it.
Chad?
Chad, yeah. Chad Oman, right. So that's my advice. And then the second 2+2 essay was written by someone who was a chemical engineer with a Hispanic mom and was top in her, I'm trying to get the gender of this author. I'm not sure, but he or she was top of their Ivy League class. So
that helps.
That's a lot going for it. Yeah, she Hispanic mother, first in an Ivy League class.
Wow.
So summa cum laude, and at the top of my class. So there you go. My opinion, not a great essay.
Yeah, and Sandy, what about extras? Because yeah, you might have done an internship or two, but the extras may give them a clue as to your future potential as a leader.
The extras that really deliver are ones where you are the founder and moving force of the organization. If you want to be strategic about this and you're planning your extras as a first-year college student, okay, choose extras where you can really take over the organization or found the organization. That is something that resonates with the admissions committee. Just being, a dues-paying member of the birdwatching club ain't going to do it.
Now, the overall acceptance rate at Harvard Business School is around 12%. Is it more selective in the 2+2 batch or less selective?
The 2+2 acceptance rate, according to them, is 9%. Although, once again, bring your lawyer and your accountant. I actually tried digging in on this. I think it might be a little higher. They don't count what. Oh, no, I'm sorry. In the 2+2 page, they actually say the acceptance rate is 9%.
So it's 3 points lower.
Yeah, well, where'd you get the 11 figure from?
Well, 12% is their latest one. That's published.
Okay, that's hard to get out of their profile page, but
yeah,
okay, yeah. So
it's added to us. That's how I know.
That's a real difference.
Yeah, that is a real difference. Actually, that's what? That's a 20% difference.
Boy, now you're getting fancy.
What are the do's and don'ts for a 2+2 candidate?
Be fortunate enough to have a high GPA. The average GMAT score is 730, which means, there are people below the mean. What do they call it? The mean score is 730. Once again, ask your accountant what that means. And do no harm. And if you've got a solid academic profile, overcoming adversity is a good topic. Also, works and plays well with others goes very far. But if you can swing your story or your essay to overcoming adversity, that is really good.
And what about the don'ts? What are things you should not do?
Brag.
Right.
You shouldn't brag. You shouldn't adopt an odd voice. You shouldn't claim that 2 + 2 is the quote unquote primordial experience in your life, things like that. Although some of these essay writers say things near that. What you should do is try and get recommenders who can really personalize the recommendation.
Does your goal matter?
Not so much.
Uh-huh.
If you come from a STEM background, it would be helpful to say, I'm interested in a leadership position in leadership position in STEM. Don't say, yeah, I've been a STEM major and now I want to make a lot of money in finance. As my goal.
Don't ever say you want to make a lot of money when you apply to these business schools, even
That's
though
true.
you do.
It's a dirty little secret. So that's what you should do. Get with the program, leadership, overcoming adversity, helping others. That's the way you should package yourself.
Now, I know that HBS does not reveal this, but I'm going to ask you for your speculation on it. Do you think there are more GRE applicants in the 2 + 2 pool than GMATs? And does it matter?
I think I read this someplace. I think the GMAT applicant, it's 80-20 GMAT GRE.
Right. Overall, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I have discussed this, John. The school says it doesn't make a difference whether you take the GMAT or the GRE.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with the GMAT, and so are they.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel more comfortable taking the GRE, take it. But my feeling is, give it. You know, if it's no difference to you, take the GMAT.
Yeah. And, you know, again, the GRE, what schools are getting from that as well, and why they began accepting that, they're getting more women. They're getting more people who are considering other degrees, public policy, law, well, not law, but other graduate degrees.
Yeah, and remember that, to tell us the dirty little secret of why our beloved friend Deirdre Leopold started the 2 + 2 program.
It was to steal people from law and med schools, in part, and then of course
not to steal them, to save them, right?
save them. I love that. Well, you should know because you're a graduate of a law school.
That's true. A lot of people were applying to law school and going to law school. And
Sandy, you could have been saved in the day if there was a 2 + 2 program back then.
let me say something. I would not have gotten in. Knowing me and knowing them, that was not going to happen, Pa. Okay.
All right. So there you have it. All you 2 + 2 candidates, good luck to you. I hope you finish in time for that April 24th deadline. Meantime, it's John Byrne with Poets and Quants and Sandy Kreisberg, hbsguru.com founder and CEO, wishing you good luck on your trail to Harvard Business School. Thanks for watching.